Hey guys, welcome to another interesting episode of Talk with Tutu. So in my last video, I talked about how I got a job in a multinational in the UK. If you haven't seen that video, you need to see it. Today, I want to talk about how I survived in the UK for 1 year working as a waiter and a bartender. So a lot of people like to talk about their success stories. You know, when you ask them, they tell you, nah God. They don't really always tell you how they got there. So that's just what I'm going to, talk about today. But before we do that, I want to remind you all that this video is sponsored by Amber Students. Amber Students is your one-stop to picture-friendly accommodation. At this point, I feel like I sound like a broken record because I am telling you people the same thing. Like, nobody told me this thing. You know how they say what an elder sees sitting down, a child even on the tallest mountain cannot see it. So that's how I'm telling you guys. If you're coming to the UK this September, if you are in the UK already and you are searching for accommodations, look no further. This is your queue. Amber Student is where you should go to. So click the link in my description box, make inquiries, ask about any kind of accommodation you need, especially if you're single. I think most of the accommodations they have are for single people, but I know they have accommodations for couples, for families, but it might not be as much as accommodations for single people. So Amber Students offers different kinds of services. If you even want an accommodation where you have a roommate, you want them to look for your roommate for you, they can do that. If you want them to look for your flatmate, they can do that. If you want to stay alone, you want to stay in a one bedroom, you want to stay in a student apartment, literally any kind of accommodation you're looking for, Amber Student have got you. So click the link in my description box, search for the accommodation you want, make inquiries on it, and it's just like 3 or 4 clicks and you've got what you want. So that's about it. Now to the video of today. I came to the UK in June of 2021. I didn't want to, I couldn't work because, I was so stressed about getting an accommodation. So I was bunking with my friend for about a month. And then when I moved into my place, I had like deadlines for my coursework and stuff. So, I was just chilling. After my husband was there, was my own. So I wasn't working, So in August, I got like a link on my school group where someone was asking, oh, they needed waiters and everything. They're going to pay you like 2 days after you did the work. And I was like, oh, that's nice. Let me apply. Bear in mind that I've never worked as a waiter. Like all my life I've been chilling. Like I've never worked as a waiter or a bartender. I literally had no knowledge on it. So it was a wedding, and this kind of weddings where it's like table service, so you have to put like very big bowls of food on each table. A table had about 10 people, so imagine the quantity of food you would actually put in a bowl for 10 people. So it was like obviously different meals. So now they will put like 4 big bowls on a tray, and they will go in pairs. So one person will hold like a plate with naan bread, another person will hold a plate with rice, and then one person will carry the big tray with 4 big bowls on it, guys. And bear in mind that the kitchen and the place is not like this, so sometimes they can have like over 500 guests, so they will have over 50 tables. So one table can be there, another table can be there, and then the kitchen can be here. So it was like, it wasn't easy, So the first day was like a 6-hour shift. God, that 6 hour felt like 24 hours because in like 2 hours I was tired. I didn't believe it. Like, I've not done this kind of thing before. Like, I was so stressed, you tell you have to go and do this, you have to do that, you walk from A to B, this, that. Like, when I was done with that shift on the bus, I called my mother. If my father was alive, I would have called him. Called my brother, called my auntie, I called everybody, called my husband. I say, you people, I have done my first job in this UK and I'm not going back there. I almost died. They want to kill me in this UK. That's how stressful the job was. But 2 days later, I saw the money in my account. Minimum wage, £60. Hey, God, the first pounds I'm earning. Yeah. When they just asked for people again, only me. I was like, I know I said I'll not do this job again. It's as if I am chewing my words, but I need this money. So next one, I went for the job, but I think second time, I already knew what to expect. So it was not as bad as it was as the first one, but it was bad. Now, bear in mind that this job, they did not even treat us well, like as in, they just did us anyhow. Another thing that really annoyed me about the job, sometimes it was like maybe very long shift, 12-hour shift, can be from maybe 12 noon to 12 midnight. And there's this thing in the UK where after 8 hours of work, you are legally required to take up to an hour break. So for a 12-hour shift, they would force us here, you need to take up to an hour break, no problem. But now, because it was like, if it's a 12-hour shift, obviously it's 2 weddings, so we'll come in, maybe the first wedding will end at 4, we'll now set up from 4 to 6, and then from 6 to 8 when the second wedding starts, there's nothing to do. So they are making us compulsorily take 2 hours unpaid break. So So most times we're protesting and they're like, oh, the 2 hours is yours, you can do whatever you want with it, you can decide to go home. How do I go home? My house is 45 minutes away, so I spend 45 minutes going, 45 minutes come, that's 90 minutes, that's 1 hour 30 minutes. So would I just go home to rest for 30 minutes? Like, why don't I just sit there? So like there was just no way around it, so you're just taking 2 hours on paid break, but no problem. So then I met a girl there who was very nice to me, and then she told me about this agency I work with. Oh my god, ARC. So whenever I talk about ARC, I say we because like I love this agency so much. Literally anyone that reached out to me for a job, I told them, see, ARC is where you should be. So a lot of people even came to ARC, and I didn't even know that I referred them, because I just used to like tell people and whatnot. So she told me she worked in like Man United Stadium with ARC, and they'll take you to like different venues and all that. I was like, you don't mean it. Prior to this time, I had applied to work with Man United directly, but I didn't get the job because they asked me one very simple question. They said, what is a single shot measurement? I did not know, guys. I don't use drink. I didn't know. And I said, I don't know. So she was like, okay. She then asked me, mellow, is that, what kind of wine is that? Is that red wine or white wine? I said white wine. She then asked me, Sauvignon Blanc, what kind of wine is that? Obviously I know that Blanc is like white for French or something, so I said white. That was literally the only question I got. So she was like, oh, I'm so sorry, but I understand that yes, you didn't have any bar experience prior to this time, but you should have actually done your homework and all that, so we can't give you the job. So I was like, oh, no problem. I was heartbroken. So when I then heard about the agency and I could work in Man United, I applied for the agency, I got the job, and then I applied for the Man United job and I got it. So it was like VIP, it was like the VIP area, 8 people in a box, this, that. It was like Ronaldo's debut. So like literally, guys, this job is just easy. Like you just need to go there and you're like, hi, my name is Tsumi, I'm gonna look after you for today. Just give them some, serenity with some British accent in it. So like that was Ronaldo's debut. So everybody was happy, we won. I got like £80 tip. I was like, hey, that's hospitality day. We die here. So I'm actually talking about this because there's a lot of people that come to the UK and they don't want to do care jobs, they don't want to do support jobs, and they wonder if there are other kinds of jobs for them. Yes, hospitality is there for you. Like there is dignity in labor, let me just put it that way, because working as a waiter or a bartender, you get to work with a lot of very young people, but you know what you want, that it's just for the time being, you know what I mean? So just do it and get out. I started doing that, and from there most of the shifts I was actually taking were just Man United, Man City, because then I had only 20 hours to work and I didn't want to work more than that. So if there's a match with Man United this week, there might be a match with Man City next week and all that. So that's just what I was doing for like the main time. Then when I completed my studies on 7th of June, while I was still waiting for like a full-time job per se, I then started taking more shifts. I was going to more places. Like with them, I traveled to Chester, I went for like the race course to work there as a bartender, went to York, went to so many places, so I just started having some kind of bar experience, like as in guys, I was good, like see me now, I'll be pouring pints, start making some shots in it, and they just tell you, oh, some people come to the bar, could I get, what's that their favorite? Vodka lemonade. Lemonade is actually Sprite, but you call it lemonade. So you just put like I'm like, do you want a double or a single? Like, oh, double. So you put 2 shots, which is 50 ml. For those that don't know, you put 2 shots and then you put the lemonade, that's the Sprite or whatever, or Schweppes, any of them. So that was just it. So like I got badass in this thing. Like guys, see me that didn't have any experience, as in I learned, and literally almost everything I know today in hospitality, ARC actually taught me. And the good thing about ARC is that, see, this video is not about ARC, but I just like ARC so much, so I just have to talk about them. The good thing about ARC is that when you're hardworking, they actually really see your hard work, you know what I mean? So I actually tried my best, and right now I moved from just being anybody who joined the company to working as a supervisor, as a team lead, and different things. So it was just really nice that they could actually see that I put in so much, and they rewarded me by giving me more. So that was just about it with ARC. Some days you have really bad shifts, so on this particular day it was supposed to be a bad shift, but it turned out good. So so I think in December I applied to more agencies. I applied to Indeed Flex, I applied to Easy Staffing because I wanted more shifts, and because it gets kind of quiet in hospitality in January. So if you have more agencies, then you have like more options and all that. So on this particular day now I applied, it was with Indeed Flex. They said, oh, I should wear tie, I should wear what's it called, like a waistcoat or something. So I didn't have a waistcoat. I went to look for a waistcoat. I actually was running late. They even called me. I said, oh, I'm almost there, this, that. I got there, and then I told them I didn't have a waistcoat. They didn't have a waistcoat to give to me, so they said, oh, I have to work at the bar. Now at the bar, people were like, oh, sorry, we are full, we don't need any extra hands. It's like the things you will see in this. So they're like, oh, do you mind doing the glasses? Like, so obviously I did not go and use my hand and be washing glasses. There's like a glass wash, like a dishwasher just for glasses. So I was like, oh yeah, it's fine, whatever. First I'll get paid. I was getting paid £14 per hour for that shift, but what's my own, because it was like a last minute shift that I picked up and everything. So that's why I started doing the glasses. After like 3-4 hours, they gave me break, they fed me everything. I went back, I continued washing, like before you just look left, like they filled it up with glasses, because it was a very busy restaurant. So like there were a lot of people. People are going, people are coming, people are going, people are coming. So that's how, guys, I was washing glasses. Did not end for 10 hours. Even when the shift ended, there were still glasses coming, you get. But obviously I had to go because my shift was supposed to end at a certain time, and I can't walk past that time because I'm not going to do free work for anybody. So at the end of the shift next week, because in this place they pay like weekly, so the following week I just saw in my account £140. My mind, I was like, God. I now calculated, I think then pound was about 750 or 700. I calculated £140 times the 700 or 750, almost 100,000 naira just to wash glass. I did not do anything in that shift. Short, I was chilling. I even drank like 3 cups of hot chocolate. Like, that's how hospitality jobs are. As in, it's pretty easy on some days, and then on some days it is pretty hard, because I actually tried to do care and support, but guys, it just wasn't for me. I just liked hospitality. I liked ARC because we're going to, like, you know, different venues and everything. On some days I'll get like a 12-hour shift, and what am I doing the whole shift? I'm just pouring tea or coffee. I'm just asking people, tea or coffee? Tea or coffee? And it might seem boring, but then you're with people that you know, so you guys are just chatting and all that kind of things. Right? That's about it. That's how I actually survived in the UK for 1 year, working as a bartender and a waiter. And to be funny, it was actually paying my bills. So when I was working just 20 hours, I was earning like maybe 600, 700 a month. And then the first month when I actually, you know, I was done with my study, which was like in June, when I saw my July pay slip, guys, I earned £1,300 in only hospitality. Like, I kid you not, like £1,300. Like, don't even come back to naira. Don't, like, just leave it in pounds. Hospitality, that's just serving, carrying trays. Oh, no, I don't used to carry trays. I don't used to do all those kind of things. No, I do the easy one, and yeah, I don't run. So yeah, but what I'm just saying is hospitality is actually an option. Everyone coming into the UK doesn't have to go towards care and support, because that's what everyone who was in the UK, or that's what everyone you meet tells you. Oh, just do care and support, there's no other kind of job. That's not true. I know a friend who works with, like, just the way there was like ARC, there's like some other kinds of agencies. So I know a friend who works with some other agencies. They are like the ones who recruit people for them. I know a friend who, like, I know different people who did other things. I know people who worked as maybe receptionists. I know people who worked as what's that thing? Yeah, basically receptionists or customer service jobs and all that. So care and support job is not the only job you can do when you come to the UK. So hospitality job is fun. So if you like to just, you know, chill, like you like to go to different places. Sometimes I go to concerts, sometimes we go to festivals. There was the time when Burna Boy came to Manchester. That was, I think, for Parklife. No, I don't know if he came for Parklife, but he performed at the Parklife Festival. Guys, I was working at that festival. So, you know what I mean? So sometimes you're actually working in some places, and then, like, it's actually really cool. So a lot of people that do hospitality jobs, like, after the shift, we go into the party, you know, to go and party, whatever. So yes, that's just about it. I survived 1 year in the UK working as a waiter and a bartender, and you can as well. If you don't want to do care, you don't want to do support, hospitality is there for you. Thank you guys for watching. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe. Bye.